We need to use the ISO on your camera. That's exactly what I said. Use the ISO on your camera. Don't be afraid of it. It's a handy tool. It's put there for you to use. Your camera will not catch on fire if you use 5000 ISO. It'll work just fine. Give it a shot and try it. You'll see. I want to just know, what is it about it that is so bad? Because they wouldn't put it in the camera, and the camera manufacturers wouldn't thump their chest so proudly if it wasn't valuable. It's there for a reason, and I used it last weekend to great effect. I shot several hundred images, upwards of 1600 frames at ISO 5000. Now, granted, the light was varied. The sun came through for a period of time in the early morning. There was a big sun ray, and I had a bunch of overexposure issues. I was running aperture priority so I could keep a constant exposure, because what I was trying to do is freeze motion. I wanted to capture these children on the climbing wall in static positions. I didn't really want a lot of motion blur. Some motion blur is cool, but a lot you can't see who the child is. So the goal was to shoot my lens wide open at f2.8, and I was able to shoot into the darkest corners of the gym as well as the brighter areas without having to mess around a whole lot with my camera settings, because there would be at times 3 or 4 kids at once, and I was moving back and forth between them rapidly trying to capture images of all these children. So I was in a hurry, so I didn't have time to sit and tinker around with some setting on the camera and this and that. I just needed to get the shot, and by shooting higher ISOs, I was able to get the exposure up to where the shutter speed was high enough that I was freezing motion in the brighter areas as well as the darker areas, and it worked great. So if you need some ISO, use it. Don't be afraid to turn your ISO up. It'll work fine. I mean, really, you can print photo books with 5000 ISO and people will love them. You know why? Because they'll look good. They don't have to be technically perfect for people to enjoy the photograph. That's why I think ISO is just something to be used and not something to be shunned. Really.